I'm going to give you a scenario as it's relevant to everyone, I believe. Say, for instance, Susan and James have been married 5 years. Now, like most couples, they have a number of arguments. However, the reason why James has been arguing with Susan is because James feels Susan is far too independent and spending far too much time on her own. Now, Susan doesn't agree. So that does make James much more frustrated, and unfortunately he turns to physical violence towards Susan. I mean, what are the laws that define physical abuse between husband and wife in the UAE?
Husbands are not allowed to beat their wives under any circumstances. Any physical violence create mark on Susan's body would give her the right to get medical reports and file criminal case against him, followed by family case in Dubai courts.
Okay, and what can Susan do straight away if she does become a victim?
Medical report has been taken as soon as possible. Criminal charges is optional. If she did it, her husband might face jail sentence. If she doesn't wish to go through criminal proceeding, she might keep the medical report in her file and use it before the family courts as a ground to get divorced.
Okay, and what happens? Is there anything different if, say, Susan and James are of different nationalities?
As far as the physical violence was committed in the UAE territory, criminal proceeding can be done. Before the family case, they consider the residence visa. If both of them are UAE resident, the criminal proceeding can be done before the family proceeding can be done before the family judge.
So what is the law in the UAE for marriage between different nationalities?
If the parties are Muslims, Muslim wife wouldn't be allowed to marry to non-Muslim men. However, Muslim men has the right to marry to Christian or Jewish wives. There are a lot of certain requirements for Muslim couples to marry, like having witnesses, paying lump sum amount on the marriage, which we call it dowry, having the father or the guardian of the wife attending and accepting the ceremony. That's for Muslims, but for non-Muslims, we wouldn't need any of this. Any marriage done before governmental entity, foreign governmental entity, fully attested, can be used before the EU courts and getting recognized.
Okay, so following on from that, what is the law regarding divorce? If you're from different nationalities, does it make a difference, or is it a different if you're just Muslim in this country?
As far as parties are UAE resident, they have the right to apply for their own laws. And they have the right to use UAE laws if they fail to provide copy of their own laws. UAE courts doesn't require minimum period of stay in the UAE to apply for divorce, as far as the parties have their own resident visa. Unlike other countries which require to stay in their jurisdiction for minimum period, for like some countries 6 months, some other countries 1 year. Here just get your residence visa, UAE courts would accept your application.
Okay, so what's the difference between divorce and annulment then in the UAE?
If the marriage is done against the UAE public morals, it will be considered invalid and the wife will have to apply for annulment. But if it is done in complying with the UAE laws, annulment is not an option. We will have only to apply for divorce.
Okay, and are the rights the same for the husband or are they different?
The same applies on the husband.